to the Team Empire podcast, back with another wrap-up episode with Frank. Just want to quickly thank our sponsors, Infinite Aesthetics, for sponsoring the pod. Don't forget to use the code Empire if you'd like to save. And we have a big episode today. I've obviously got Frank. How are you, Frank? How you doing?
Good. I'm good.
Nice. We're
excited for this one.
Yeah, excited, man. So this was our last regional show, just for everyone out there. It was Waikato regional show. It was in Potato. It was an awesome show. It was huge. At the athlete briefing, I think it was mentioned it was like, was it over 200? I think it was 200 and something athletes that had registered for the show. It was massive. It was huge. It was cool. It was expected to be huge. We had already sort of had that premonition it was just going to be a massive show. Obviously, my first show. So I was on the stage, Frank was in the audience, and it was just really cool to get that double perspective on how the whole thing went down. We had the ladies first and then the men second. We did the pre-judging and then awards similar to what we had in Wellington. So this is the first 2 times we've had that kind of format. So it was an interesting way to do it, but it was fun. First, we'll get Frank's view of the show, just like as an outlook, what he enjoyed about it, and then we'll dive into everything else together. So Frank, what did you think? You were sitting front row with Kate. What did you reckon about the whole show?
The whole show was mint. Yeah. I was excited the whole time I was sitting there. I was stoked to see a big show. I was stoked for the federation that it was a big show. I was stoked to turn around and see that the audience was good as well. And like it just as the show went on, there wasn't any lapse of it losing interest. Like it was good the whole way through. Yeah, loved it.
Love it. That's what we want. We love those shows. And the caliber was outstanding, which we always know. Like the reason that it is like that at Waikato is because it's Waikato 2 weeks nationals. So a lot of people do that because they just peak twice really close to each other. They can just kind of get ready for the shows. Just in case anyone doesn't know, that's why the caliber seems to be just like a little higher at Waikato or the closer shows to nationals. So that was expected. And that is exactly what happened. I don't know about you, Frank, but I'm excited because I had a whole lot of feels after the show first time. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows how that goes if they've done a show. So I had a lot of feels, but my most prominent feeling was excited because I wanted the caliber to be high this year, and it's only fucking got better, and it actually blew me away. So was that your sort of outlook on how it went? Were you pretty happy with the standard that we've actually seen in these regional shows so far, all of them kind of wrapped up together? Was it good?
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, exactly what we were expecting and hoping happened, where it was like, through every show, there's been this gradual build up of, the caliber that the athletes are coming in at. And, it is because of the position of it next to being so close to nationals. People have had, they just had more time to get ready, and they can be a little bit more ready because they don't have as far left to run. Yeah. But yeah, what is also cool is it's like, that each one of these people that bought it still has room in the tank to bring it some more. So you're sitting there watching it being like, oh shit, what's this going to be like for these people in 2 more weeks?
It's crazy. Yeah. Like they're already amazing. Even like South Island, Wellington, they were all amazing. And it's like, oh my God, they've had time. They've still had time, weeks, to like fine tune little thing. Like you can't gain massive size, but you can definitely condition and tweak things, posing, all of that stuff. So everyone did amazing. So just quick props to everybody who competed. Everyone did phenomenal. There was a lot of first timers again, a lot of seasoned athletes that were coming back for another round. So there's a lot of people after their pro cards this year, these people that are like just almost at pro card level, Frank as well. So everyone's like in that position where they just are so hungry. It's really cool. So I'll go through my backstage and my whole first time experience in a podcast later this week. I don't want to bore you guys with that in this podcast. We're talking about our athletes. We're talking about our shows. This isn't all about me, but I did really enjoy the show. Backstage was fucking awesome with the girls, man. The girls were awesome. Backstage was small, so it was just the girls. The boys were out in another area, so it wasn't like a mixed one like it sometimes is. But the girls were amazing. And just quickly shout out, Frank, I know you don't like to shine the light on your team, but worthy of victory girls, man. They top notch, 10 out of 10, lovely girls, like family back there. Everyone loved them. They were just so kind, and as well as all the other girls too. So it was a really good vibe. So well done, girls, on that. It was just incredible. We had Jamie Bloomfield decide she was going to compete 2 days out, that little weapon, and she just turned up and did amazing. We had Jordan Earl do the same freaking thing. We had a whole bunch of people just come out the woodwork a couple of days before the show, and that actually set the fire up a little bit more. Like people were really stoked to see how Jordan looked and how Jamie looked, and like it was fun. So that's kind of my perspective on the backstage. I'll I'll go deep into that on Friday. If you guys are interested in hearing a bit about that, you know, I'm always going to go in and be honest as fuck. So that's what's going to happen there. But now let's jump into these placings and what happened at the show. Okay, we're going to start with the ladies. Yes, figure was good, man. The girls backstage for figure, we did the briefing, we went backstage, and then it was like, cool, figures up first. Those girls were fucking ready to go. They were like, okay, let's bring it. We're gonna bring the house down. We're gonna start with a bang. They were so pumped, and that's so cool to start a show like that. And we had lots of figure girls, so it was awesome. It was so good, and that was the first athletes out on the stage. So Frank, we had a novice figure A, figure B, and then we had open figure A, figure B, and we had a masters 35, and we had 4 girls on the masters, about 3 or 4 in each class. How did it look from your perspective? So you were obviously in the audience, you saw all the figure girls come out. Was it quite a good spread of girls? Was it, what did it look like for you?
Yeah, it was good. Figure's one of those classes sometimes where it's like you have people that they don't know where they fit, they do figure, and they're sort of like in a bit of no man's land. And you might have one person that stands out. But with this figure round, they were figure girls.
They were figure girls for sure.
Yeah.
Looked good, hey, and there was a bunch of them that you could actually do some comparisons and like line them up and actually have a good look at these at these women. Good caliber. What do you think?
Yeah, obviously there was still a mix of just the time of the time that each person's had in this, and so there are people in those lineups that have been doing this for a little while, and like they've come out of the woodwork to have another crack, and then there was first timers, and so there was a mixture, but everyone looked good for where they were at in their part of their journey. Yeah, they represented themselves and the class well.
Yeah.
We've said it before, like you don't have to be the best to start, right? And so it was cool to see these people come in first time, or just wherever they were at in their journey and still bring together a good package. Yeah, 100%. Not just winging it.
Yeah, not just winning it, they're just doing a great job and enjoying themselves up there. The posing was amazing for figure. Like it's really cool to see these girls really embrace the whole prep, right?
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
So novice figure A, there was 2 girls in that one. So that was the smallest class of the lot. Connie Dawes took that one. So she did amazing there. I remember seeing her up there. She was incredible. Novice figure B, Jess Schofield won that one. So well done, Jess. She looked amazing. She's an absolute little weapon. And she's beautiful backstage too. She was just like a hype girl. Open figure A, we had Juliana. She won that one. So that was really cool. Good on her as well. I remember seeing all of these weapons out there. They were just slaying it. And then they were into those treats straight afterwards. The first girls into the treats, we were like, damn yeah. And then Michaela, she was outstanding. She got open figure B. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl. And then we had Juliana won masters. So congrats to all of you weapons. It was a good mix of winners for the overall. So it was really quite cool because it wasn't like the same girl win every, like we sometimes just get a few because the same girls just cleaned up. But it was really nice and fair. And then obviously Michaela, she took out first place as well. So overall, so well done, Michaela Lawrence. She absolutely killed it. Juliana got a second. She was in the second spot there, and then it was Jess Schofield and then Connie. So good job, figure girls. And I hope they all go to nationals.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I think they will. They were all pretty keen from what I could see anyway. So
Michaela is pro, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna go with this. She's nuts. And I know Connie's one of our girls, and so she's gonna punch through as well. Something I've been like pushing on the clients is that, like, especially if this was their first time, it's 2 more weeks, like capitalize on getting a little bit more experience.
That's it. Yep. You don't have to be like, I'm going for first. You can just go and do the very best you can. Who knows where you'll land as well? Like, fuck knows. But you're going to get feedback. You're going to get stage time. You're going to enjoy the best stage that we have in New Zealand for a show, which is nationals. And it's just great. It's great fun, right? So it's a good time. Get a little bit more stage time, stage presence, and all that stuff. But yeah, good luck to all the figure girls. You guys all did so well. I'm so proud of you all. It's so good to have a big mix. And we'll see you girls at nationals. If not, good luck to whatever you guys do, but I'm hoping that I get to see you again at nationals. Shall we move into wellness? So wellness, I had my very first client to the stage in wellness this year, so that was a little bit exciting. Not going to be biased and talk about her the whole time. I'll talk about her more later in the week in my other podcast, but we had 6 girls in wellness, which was cool. And they were all same as figure, beautiful, lovely girls, so kind to each other. Everyone was taking photos and doing everything like that. There was no like, none of that, like looking each other up and nothing. It was amazing. So we had a little spicy someone come out as well. Like I said, how people were just dropping that they're going to compete last minute. We had, I think it's Rochelle or Raquel. I always used to call her Raquel, but she popped out as well. She'd been practicing prepping and all that, but she didn't announce it until just before, and she was a fucking weapon. So we had Class A, which was Shannon Solomon. She's amazing. I love her. She's on my posing team. We had Raquel or Rochelle. I'm going to say Rochelle because Fawad was saying Rochelle. Veal, she's beautiful. I think she's a pro in a different federation, but she's been competing for years. And then Tayana Hiko was in the Class A, and that was incredible. So that's like the shorter class if you're not familiar. And then there's Class B. So there's only 2 in wellness. And then Class B, we had Becca Robertson, which is my beautiful blonde girl client. There she was on the stage. We had Alice Day and we had Kerry Jennings. Frank, what did you think about wellness and Waikato's?
Yeah, there was in particular, a couple of people that stood out.
Yeah.
I mean, they're almost all the way there.
Yeah.
And the rest of the same thing as figure, like people bringing to, not all the way, but still decent, good size, good shape. You can tell they've put some effort into it.
Yeah, for sure.
And the types of physiques that you see that you want to see again, you want to see them keep getting better because you see that they have the potential in it. Yeah. So
absolutely. So Alice that competed in Class B, she actually competed in bikini as well. We sometimes have that, the 2-in-1s, where they go bikini and wellness just to see where they land. The winners was obviously Rochelle for Class A, and then we had Kerry Jennings cleaned up in Class B. So they went through to their overalls for wellness. I think that everyone on stage definitely has a wellness physique. Even Alice, who did bikini as well, she could easily just keep it going into wellness. It's just that fine tuning, right? And everyone's going to get feedback to work on. So good work to the wellness girls, because that physique, that's not easy. That is hard work for the girls to get that size, stay that size, get conditioned. It's a big job. So everyone absolutely killed it in wellness. Amazing work for all of you. And then our winner, oops, I just scrolled backwards, whoopsies, for wellness was Rochelle was, of course, our winner for that one. She was incredible. If you don't remember her, she was the one with the red hair, and you'll remember her immediately. You'll be like, oh, that one. She was amazing. So I'm sure I think we will see her at Nationals. It's not far away, and hopefully the rest of the girls as well. So did you have any wellness girls in there? Was it any of them yours?
No wellness skills in that one.
No wellness skills, no.
Yeah.
He dominated bikini though, guys. Worthy of victory. Worthy of victory is just fucking cleaning up. So it's fun to watch them girls go out there together and just own it. And it's just the camaraderie is amazing. So should we dive into bikini?
Yep.
While we're here, let's go. So first time a bikini was a big class, and to be honest, I regret not doing that class. I wish I actually did, but I was kind of advised otherwise by people that, helped me out. So I didn't do it, but I should have done it because it was a good class. There was a lot. There was about 9 women in there, and it was competitive. Because I didn't see that one. Obviously, I was getting ready for novice. Tell me about first timers, Frank. What do you reckon?
Same as always. Like it's really hard to pick a winner out of that lineup because it's so like broad and diverse, such a mixture. So judging that is hard, but when you get to see all these people walk out and the first time it's as a coach with a heap in that lineup, I'm proud because they're walking out and you're like, there's no way. Like,
yeah, how are you fixed?
They're so good. And I mean, and that was across the whole spread. And so it's just, I mean, it's cool. The pride carries on as just being somebody that's involved in the sport and in the federation. It's so cool to see the standard of new athletes coming in at that level.
Yeah.
But we're obviously getting away from the like, oh, I just want to do a show. And you've got girls that are going, I want to do a show. I want to put the time in to be ready to do the show and then do the prep and do the show. You've seen it, but it's epic.
It's amazing. So good to see all of these first timers. Absolutely amazing. There was a whole bunch of them. Incredible. And then it was hard. Obviously, it would have been hard to judge. I don't know how they do it, those guys, but they did a good job of it. And then Alice Day. So this is the class that Alice, the one that was competing in wellness, She won first time in bikini. So anything can happen. And if you are in the middle in your physique, you can do both and just see where you land. It's good to get that feedback as well. But it was a really, really good class. Very competitive. Some of the numbers on the judges were actually a little mixed. It wasn't unanimous across the board with anyone, even Alice. So it's always interesting to see that scorecard. If you haven't checked out the scorecard, go check it online, because all the scoring for IFBB, because we do this shit properly, is up the next day within like 24 hours. So you can all see exactly who was scored what. So just a little idea if you want to see where you landed and what you got scored by what judge, you can actually see all of that on there. So yeah, really good job, first timers, man. Honestly, amazing. There was a whole bunch of Worthy of Victory. There was a whole bunch of my team, Marjon Abelardo's team. There was a whole bunch of everyone in there. So good job to all of them. In the juniors was my girl Tui. She was the only one in juniors. She obviously cleaned up. She was amazing. Her stage presence was beautiful. She was a great junior. Juniors 20 to 23, sometimes younger. So great job to Tui there as well. She was also in first timers and did good there too. She landed sort of like top half. So that's awesome. Great job, all of those girls. Masters, man, is just getting harder every single go. I'm like, I was thinking about doing this next year because I'm 35 next year, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't know, it's harder than like, fuck. I have to say just a quick one, a little shout out to one of your girls, Amy Lang. She's just so beautiful on the stage. Like she was on a lot of the different divisions as well. She's so beautiful to watch. She was in that Masters. She also did Body of Steel, was it Body of Steel? And she's done a few shows, so beautiful, love her on the stage. How was the Masters, Frank? There was about 7 girls in that one. Do you remember the Masters coming out and then battling it out? It was good fun.
Yeah. I freaking love Masters. They're yeah, and like they say Masters and it's from 35, right? And so it's not like these girls aren't old.
No, not at all.
But it's you know, they do have, you know, a bit more age than some of the younger girls coming through. And I love it that, you know, a lot of them are in their 40s, have got kids. And I love one. I know a lot of like what their, you know, their journey is to get there and what they're juggling to make it happen, and to come on stage and look like that. And it just sort of like, it rewrites what everyone has probably just expected of a woman getting older and having children, right? Like it just goes and shows you, no, it don't have to be like that. And they're just, yeah, it's just freaking epic to see them, and they look freaking crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and they get better every time, especially the ones that like come back and they do it again and again, and they always look incredible. They just all did. So we had a winner in that division, obviously in that class, which was Olivia Sheldrake, I think that's her name. She got a unanimous vote for number 1, and she looked incredible as well. So well done to Olivia. She did incredible. But there was like I said, a whole bunch in there, and they all did amazing. And I think they should all continue to Masters. And continue to nationals, because Masters is going to be huge in nationals. If they all go through, holy shit, that's going to be crazy. So good on you all. Like honestly, you women just blow me away. Like there's just something to be said about, like you said, just as you're getting into your 30s and your 40s, like you're not 20 anymore where you can pack on muscle a little bit easier. Your hormones are like ready to roll, you know, like it's a bit later. You have had kids, your body's been through fucking a nightmare. So it's like, it's crazy that they can do this, and they have the time, and they have supportive partners, or maybe not supportive partners, they're still doing it. So good on you, Masters women. You're all fucking boss, and you should all keep going because you are incredible.
Yes.
All right. Oh my God, novice. Okay. It's so weird because my name's in here, and I'm like, what the? Out of everything that I feel after that comp, the best thing, that the most important thing is that I feel so proud that I got on the stage for IFBB. Like it's crazy it's happened, you know, like, you know how much I love the sport, everybody does. For me to have even stepped foot on there and had the judges look at me once, I feel so stoked about that. So I'm just happy to be on the list, man. So class A, the shorties, my short girls, there was only 2 in there. My teammate Sharon was in that class, and there was also Rachel or Rochelle. I think it's Rachel for that one, and Rachel took that one out. There was only the 2 girls in there. So well done to class A. That was obviously a little battle with 2 in there. That's hard, isn't it? You go out there with 1 and you're just like, oh my God. But they did it. Good on you girls. Really, really good. And I think they came back for opens, both of those. So class B had 7 women in that one, and some of these were masters as well. Most of the masters came back for other classes like novice or open as well. So good on you girls. In the class B, we had Shan take it out. And that was a big, hard class. You had some Worthy of Victory girls in there. I can see Casey off the top of my head as well. She was in there. So really competitive class, I think that one was, and it only got more competitive the taller we got. I think, Frank, you can agree with me on that one. Class C was also very competitive, and Kylie Milligan took that one out. She looked amazing. Amy Lang was in that one as well, obviously another worthy of victory. There's a couple of them in there. And then Class D. Yep, I am so stoked on that tour because fuck, that was like I'm looking at the names, I'm like, they were all hard, bro, like all of them. So Maya worthy of victory was in there, Fleur worthy of victory was in there, Tui from juniors was in there with me too, obviously I was there, Lily and Jamie, so there, and Linka, sorry, there was a big variety of women in that class. So we'll go through it all together. But what about that Class D? You reckon like that was crazy, right, Frank? Like for novice and open, it was very much the same girls. What did you think about that class overall? We'll talk about them all, but just Class D to start with.
Just the word wacky comes to mind. It's so good.
I was obviously I was obviously on the lineup. So tell me what you could see from the audience. Was it super competitive? Was everyone quite different? What did it look like for you?
Yeah, it was definitely competitive. There were a couple of people that always, there's in every lineup there's a couple of people that always stand out. But the standard off that class was freaking really good, and it's that height class is it's hard to bring a finished package being that tall, and the packages in that class were nothing short of great. And so like everybody has something to work on, but everybody that was in that lineup, fuck, like this is where, like I've said before, like when the competition is that good people are going to miss out.
Yeah.
Just a classic example of that. Yeah, what was also cool was to see people that you ain't never seen before jump up and take it out. And I love that because there's still too much of a thing where people get too fixated on, like, you know, we're all supportive of each other, but singling people out and thinking we need to be better than a specific person to be able to be competitive enough, and someone totally different can come along out of nowhere and just smack it. So yeah, that it was probably my favorite class to watch because it was big and there was a lot to choose from. And yeah, in top four, even like four sort of quite different structures, different looks. And so it was interesting to see yeah, what they were going to select out of that. And I'm happy with how the placings went.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was crazy. So there was and obviously from novice to open, there's a couple of girls that will jump in because you can't do novice if you've won before, and there's a whole lot of different other stuff around that, just for anyone that doesn't know. So there was also a couple of girls jump in, like Rachel Mead and Lisa Moir, and just a whole bunch of girls that you might not have even seen before, in case you didn't know about who they were, and they look incredible. Like you said, very different physiques, but it was such a competitive lineup. The top four from my class was absolutely mental. To be fair, I was out of my depth in my first year to go up with those girls, but it is what it is. And it's all about learning. And I'm so excited that I got to stand up there with them and see where I land. Just makes me hungry to do more, you know? So good job to all of them. Also, Tyler Welsh jumped up there for open. And there was a lot of, like, I'm not discounting the other classes because they were hectic. And like I said, Jamie Bloomfield came back and she's a weapon in her own right. Jamie, there was two Jamies in that class, Class B. Jamie, my teammate, took it out. I'm so happy for her because her prep was fucking gnarly. You know how some girls just have that prep where you're like, bro, that's hard. Like, she wasn't sleeping. There was a whole lot of shit. She was worried about stress on her body, and she took it out. And I was like, you beat Jamie Bloomfield. Like, holy fuck. Like, that's not an easy job, you know? Jamie's a weapon. Both Jamies are weapons. So that was incredible to see. Just random people turn up and, like you said, smoke it. It's mental. Rochelle Lloyd was back. Everybody knows Rochelle. She's a fucking absolute weapon. You can't keep that girl down. She'll be back. She'll be back until she gets a damn pro card. Overalls was hectic, man. Holy shit. I'm glad I didn't win, so I didn't have to get up there because that was crazy. I think they were working a few girls in the middle from what I could see. I know that they were working Rochelle and obviously Lily, who took it out. And there was a couple more girls in the middle that they were just like up and down, up and down, up and down, work. But Lily took it out, Lily Brinson. I don't know much about her because she kept her prep under wraps. She's young. From what I hear, she's like 20. And this was her first competition. This was her first time on the stage. People will be like, what do you mean? Like, did you see her glutes? Like, she's incredible and fucking incredible. So good luck, good work, Lily. I'm so proud of you for taking that out. She was one of the ones that just turned up absolutely beautiful. Like backstage, she like stood there and I was like, oh my God, like her, she's taller than me. She just fucking walked out there like she's done this 20 times before. Like, I don't know, confidence was there, everything. What did you think about our overall winner, Frank? You give me some feedback from your point of view.
Yeah, same thing. I don't know her from bar, so
yeah, cool. I love it.
Like, just what else can you say? Like, she done really, really good, and she deserved it. And yeah, excited for her to be a part of the competition that'll be at nationals, because she's a top contender. Like, she done super, super good.
Imagine if that's her first show and she gets her pro card in a week and a half. Like, that could happen. Like, anything could happen. Do you know what I mean? Like,
there
was Kate. It was Kate. Like, it's mental. Could happen.
Yeah, there's been a few. I mean, you look at the first timers that are winning overalls this year.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Adida.
That's, I mean, like, I don't know if you've seen my story the other day, but this is the reason why I'm saying, like, I'm putting it out there. Like, if you're going to do this, you have to be doing this all year. Yeah.
I did see it.
You have to be realistic. Like, you can't muck around and then 12 weeks out decide you want to do a show and expect the world in return for it, because you're ready now to work for 12 weeks. Like, you're not going to beat your Lilies that have clearly been putting in some effort. And I don't know what her genetics were like. I don't know how she started, but you can see she's worked regardless. So I love that for her. Something that I liked also about the overall, and because you can see the placings are scoring on the website, is an epic example of how, because this has been brought up before, of like, how they're selecting and stuff. Why is you can see how the judging changes based on who's on the stage. And so there's people that might have been, two people in the same, or they might have competed in, say, so masters, one masters, one the other class, and then they've come through to overalls, and you can see the scoring is different again, because they're judging what is being on stage at that moment. And so there's a really cool example of that at this show.
Yeah, exactly.
There was some shifting in positions amongst the other placings, but I got to see that, and I just thought it was a good point to talk up to bring up. Yeah,
it is, because it's not just, there's so many variables. Like, it's just crazy. Like, who you're standing next to makes a difference, and like it just does. Like, if you're the most conditioned person on the stage, you're going to look out of place. Like, there's just so much to it. This is why we love the sport, because it's not like, oh, you just go on and you win and like that's that. It's like there's so many different variables to it. And like you said with the scoring, Lily got 2 out of 3 votes from us, 2 out of 3 first from judges. Chris Bold actually placed Rochelle first. So it's not always like as simple as what you might think it is, but the scorecards are always really good for that, right?
Yeah. And the other point was, you go out and you do your class, you're not done yet, and you might still improve as the classes go on. And like, you might not think so much with bikini girls, and you definitely see it with guys. Like, every time they come out, they look a little bit different. They've either got better or they've got worse. Well, the exact same thing happens with the girls. And so you might come out in your first class, say you went out in first timers and you're nervous as heck, and you ended up having a little bit of water retention, and you're shaking, and so you're seeing it jiggle. Then by the time you come out for your novice or your open, you've had a bit of chance, a bit of a time to sort of chill down, to relax, brush those nerves off, have a little bit more food, maybe you've dried up a little bit more, and come back on stage and look way different to what you did 2 classes prior. And so then again it changes. And so just for the point of like I know that some people are keen to get off stage and get some food in, but you're not done.
Yeah, but it's a whole day event, isn't it? Like, you obviously change, you've got to have your meal timings. Like, it's not just like, oh, cool, day off, it's show day. Like, there's so many more things to it, and you will change throughout the day. Like, you will, based on even how much you pose can affect like how your legs look and your inflammation, and just like there's so many little things. Like, you've got to have a coach like Frank who will fucking tell you exactly how it's done, like, and plan the day out for you so you can just do it, you know. But yeah, well done, Lily. Honestly, that was crazy. I was fucking terrified going up against you, and for good reason. You took that shit right out. I'm so proud of Rochelle. I love her. She's one of my close friends, and that's why I'm a little biased on her, but I absolutely adore her. She comes back and kills it. That girl is resilient as fuck. If anyone can take anything from her, it's the discipline, the resilience, like how she won't give up until it happens. And I love that. There's a whole bunch of girls out there. It's not like she just misses every time. There's a whole lot of girls going for pro cards that have been doing this for years. So yeah, good on all of the girls, man. All of them looked amazing. All of you deserve to be out there. All of you deserve your placings, and everyone deserves their stage time, because it was a great show. So good for the bikini girls. Just before we move on to the guys, Nationals is going to be absolutely hectic with bikini girls from all of our winners overall, right? Like, that's going to be a battle from like Barbara to Bridget to Lily to like Adita, and they're all different. But what do you reckon bikini at Nationals is going to be like going for that pro card?
Fuck, no one can afford to chill, man.
No one.
There'll be people that may have not even placed or won an overall that will come through and just like change the game again. Like, you'll see if people take it seriously and walk forward in this, the placings, the positions will change big time. Yeah.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't say, because I know, like, because you know, I've got girls going in, and there's too many standouts. There's too many people that stood out but just weren't quite there.
Yeah.
That are gonna come through. I am glad I'm not a judge.
Same.
Because yeah.
Fuck that. No thanks.
It's you know, what started off as seeming like it might be a quiet year.
Yeah.
Is now it's not.
It's not just it's just not a quiet year as we may have thought. So just always be prepared for anything, right? You're competing at Nationals, of course. I'm still prepping as well. Can you come out and watch bikini when are you gonna try and do any of that, or are you just gonna stay backstage and just like focus on you for the day for Nationals?
Yeah, I've got a big team at Nationals as well. So I would love to be able to watch, but I'll probably just pick a spot and sort of like chill out, so that I can chill out and just sort of manage my clients from there. It's from there. But we'll see how it. Yeah, once we see the rundown, how they're gonna lay the show out and stuff. Yeah, I'll start to be able to put together an idea of like where I'm gonna be able to position myself.
Perfect.
Because yeah, man, I got a team I want to see as well.
Yeah, you want to see them, but you can't, like, but there'll be lives and there'll be videos and everyone will be taking content, so you'll always get to see how it all battled out. But yeah. It'll be sick, and I'm super excited. And you know what I'm like, I'm going to put my money on someone right now. I'm going to call it because I'm allowed to, because I'm in bikini, but it's fine. So obviously everyone knows I want my girl Rochelle to win the pro card. I absolutely fucking love her, so go Rochelle. But got a bit of money on Barbara. I've got a little bit of cash on Barbara. I haven't bet anything, but I actually do have a little bit of a little soft spot for Barbara, and she's coming on the pod post Nationals, so we'll have a chat about her prep. She's fucking insane. If you don't follow Barbara Delpierre, go do it. She's amazing. But all of our bikini girls, anything could happen. I'm not a fucking judge. I'm not a pro. I'm not in anything. So that's just my thoughts. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Everyone go buy tickets to Nationals. Link is in the description. Go buy a ticket. It's going to be a massive show. It's a great venue, right, Frank? It's a good show.
Yeah, real cool show.
Yeah, it's a proper fucking show. Like, that is the biggest day. Like, if you think, oh, the stage was small, like, good luck complaining about anything at Nationals. It's epic. Like, I'd love to hear all the feedback after that. It's all good stuff. All right, so let's move into the boys, Frank. So obviously I was doing this. I had a client. I was busy. I didn't see all the guys. I know a lot of the guys. I am teammates with a lot of the guys, so I can go from that. But I'm going to get you to dive into more of the boys for me, if that's all good, because that's your forte as well, and you are competing as a male, so you know all about it. So first timers for classic physique was first, was it? Oh yeah. I didn't know it was that way around, but that's perfect. That's fine. So we had a lot of first timers for classic physique. I've got a feeling this might be our biggest first timers of the year. I'm not sure, but there is about 9 or 10 people in there. Sam Wall took that out. There's been a whole people in there that are amazing and great names that I can see straight off the top of my head. What did you think about Playset Physique first timers? Was it what was it like? I didn't get to see that.
Yeah, it was good. So again, like, yeah, oh, a mixed class again. So just like bikini first timer, it's hard to pick in that one. But freaking Sam, what the heck? Again, don't know this guy from Avara, so don't know where he come from. But he walked on stage and he looked freaking good, man. Yeah. So out of first timers, that I clearly remember that.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
good.
he done other classes. Well, there was a couple of other guys in that class that I'm like, for first timers, that's nuts. Yeah.
Easy. Yeah, good on you guys. Sam got a unanimous first place from all the judges, so means it's a clean sweep, means it was a very, very clear win. Doesn't mean anything about the other guys, it just means he was the best there on the stage. Xavier Rees got second place as well, and that was unanimous as well. So well done, guys. Like first timers, man. First timers is hard and it's scary and all that crap, but a few of them did other classes as well, which is always good. You get that first timer nerves off, and then you come back in novice or whatever, and you fuck shit up, sort of thing. So good job, all of you guys. Amazing lineup for that one. Wow. Juniors, there was 5, my bad. There was 5. And again, I know a whole bunch of names in here. There was a few people that I think have done other shows possibly. Juniors is 20 to 23. So for these guys to get size and condition, probably go to uni, probably work, like it's pretty crazy. But what did you think about do you remember the juniors? And there was only one masters as well, but do you remember those 2 classes at all?
Yeah, another good. It's another good lineup. Yeah, you're looking at these guys, and you know they're young, and you know they're just getting into life, and they're already looking like that. Man, real good. I had a guy in junior as well, and he didn't make a placing, but I mean it was far out. He was buzzing to be there, and like. Oh, it just shows different stages of journey. So even as young people, just the difference in starting points and stuff like that. And it's just really cool to see.
It is cool. I love it. Go young guys. You're killing it. And the girl, all of you guys that are in juniors is just like outstanding. Because like I say, in every time we do these wrap ups, like you could be easily just on the piss, like fucking drop it whatever you want on the weekends, like, but you're not. You're in the gym, you're doing your shit, you're looking after yourself. So Harrison Wacker took that one out. Good on you, Harrison. That's awesome. We've got a few Harrisons in Playset Physique at the moment. They just seem to be cleaning up around the country. Just a quick one, Zach Bell, he came second unanimously. He had Lisa Moore in my high class for bikini. So that was like a little power couple on the day out there killing it. Both coached by Logan Boddicker, who only coached those 2 to the stage, and they both looked great. So well done, guys. You killed it. And Krishan won Masters. He was obviously the only one in the Masters, but I'm pretty sure he came back again as well. So good on you guys all for taking that out. Okay, let's get into this is he novice for Playset Physique?
No, it just goes into open.
Okay, cool. I thought there was novice, so that's good. I'll just clear that up right now. Okay, Playset Physique was a hard class, big class, competitive class, some crazy physiques.
Yeah.
A guy on my team, Ben, that you guys, I don't even know how to pronounce his last name still to this day, but everyone will know who I'm talking about. He was in Division A. Like 6 people were in Division A. The Harrison guy came back, the juniors, and there was a whole bunch of people in Division A. Division B had 3, Division C had 2, Division D had 4, including Jordan Earl. But we'll go through it all together. What did you reckon about? Do you remember Division A? Like, I mean, the divisions are hard to remember because there's 4 of them, and then the different people. But do you remember Division A with Ben in it? And what did you think about that division? There was 6 people in that one, 6 guys.
Yeah. So there was then some of the people that looked in the first times and stuff were in that class as well. There was a good lineup, man. Your top placings that was good competition. Ben is he's he's upper echelon, so he walked out and it was his, right? And that does not take anything away from the people who placed below him. He's a specimen. He's been working for it for a while. He's been patient. He chose this show. No, that's
That's it in a nutshell, isn't it? Really, like, I mean, if you've seen Ben's physique, you fucking know exactly what we're talking about. He's got the legs on it, everything on him is just like classic physique. Like, he's incredible, right? So
There's people that are made for classes, and he is made for that class. Yeah.
He is. Like, it's going to be hard. Like, I can't wait to see classic and who gets pro cards and who goes to Olympia. Like, fuck, this is crazy. It's so exciting, guys. It's only getting more exciting as the year goes on, especially for these guys. Like, I know I hype bikini up, but man, I'm so excited for these male divisions. Like, it's incredible. So there was the Sam guy who actually won his previous class. He was back for this as well. He came second to Ben unanimously. Ben, like, is a freak of nature. If you don't know what he looks like, jump on his gram or something, because you got to go see what he looks like. He'll be battling it out for that pro card. I reckon he's up there as a top contender. But there's a whole bunch of guys. It's not just like Ben's game. There was obviously Division B. Aaron Roldan took that one out. I don't actually know any of the Division B guys. It's Bishoy, Aaron, and Cedric. They don't ring a bell to me, but that they all did absolutely amazing, and Aaron took that class out. Division C was Nicholas and Danny. Nicholas won. Danny got a close second. And then Division D was Nat, James Nimmo, Jordan Earl, and George Knowles. And Jordan Earl took that one out. He made his wee debut back, not debut, but his comeback, didn't he? Kept really hush about it. Frank and I had a little inkling about it, which I told Jordan. I was like, you prepping, bro? Like, your face is getting clean, and we were all asking questions. And he was like, you'll find out when you find out. And we found out. So he clearly took that one out. He's in the Division D, which is the tall guys, which is another thing. Like, the taller, the harder. Like, it's more muscle mass, more conditioning to do. So what did you think about Jordan coming back out? What do you think about Division D? Did it look good? Was it a hard class? Did Jordan just take it out easy? What do you reckon?
Yeah, Jordan took it out clearly. It's not fair to say easy.
No, not easy. No.
But yeah, he stood out, and I mean, like, if most of us know that he's been for a bit, and so proud of him and happy for him to make it back to stage. I can relate a lot personally to, some of the stuff that he's been through as well, and can relate to the significance of coming back to stage as well after having, a decent amount of time off. The cool thing with Jordan is, like, he lives and breathes this. Like, he is ultra passionate about bodybuilding. He's a bodybuilder more so than myself, where this is something like I love it, but I'm more, I guess, I'm not going to say Jordan's less invested in other things, but he loves bodybuilding. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And so cool to see it for him, to be able to come back and do this for him as well, as a part of, it will be, part of his healing as well. So just a hat off to him.
Yeah, good on you, Jordan. It was cool to see you get up there and do it again. I'm always a big preacher of walking the walk and having these coaches walk the walk, whether that be in the previous or now. Frank, you're a great example of that as well. And, like, getting up there and doing the shit that you're telling people to do. And it's just like, fuck, it's cool to see. And it's hats off, it's respect, it's mad respect for that. So honestly, Jordan, big fan. We love to see you up there. So go get it. He's going to Natties. He's going to Nationals as well. Wrong one, but he's going to Nationals as well. So we'll be seeing him again. Ben took out overalls for Classic Physique. And again, he's just mad. Like, yeah, it's just crazy. So we'll see Ben at Nationals. He, like I said, he's gunning for his pro card. He keeps his shit together. He keeps it under wraps. He's a very just quiet, reserved dude. He just does his thing and moves on. So we won't really hear about it. We'll just see him. And then Jordan came second for that class with the Classic Physique. And then it was Aaron Roldan and Nicholas Little. So there was 4 in the overalls, which was probably a cool battle to watch.
Yeah, it was a good one. Yeah, that was good to watch. They all had to work.
Yeah.
It wasn't gonna be just given out, because each one of those guys, they each had something different. And so yeah, it was, I think, again, like, Ben is just, he is such a classic look. And then you got Jordan, who he looked great, and so it was going to be between those two.
Yeah.
But the other guys they were up there.
Yeah.
In their own way. Yeah.
Everyone has their own little things, don't they, for Classic Physique, and it just depends on what they want and what package is better on the day. But just quickly before we move on to our next division, what was the posing like for classic physique? Did you think it was good? Did you think the overalls were like, the 4 overalls were pretty good? Or do you think people have got stuff to work on? Like, what do you reckon? I just don't know about the posing for the dudes.
The overall, so the guys that done overalls, they all posed really, really good. The other cool thing about just classic on the whole was classic really is about that the finesse and the presentation, and it's meant to have that golden era, like just class and classicness. Excuse my English.
I'm with you, and I'm with you.
The posing through the whole thing, man, like that class was epic. There were some such cool routines to watch. Some like people that really put in some massive effort, which is like that's a whole other fundamental part to classic physique, is that beauty, that finesse. And yeah, it wasn't just guys coming through and just selecting that class and just banging out some poses. Like these guys embraced classic physique. Yeah, I'd really love it if that was scored as a part of classic physique. I think you would get then a shift and people that would go, actually, no, maybe I should just do bodybuilding.
Yeah, true. Yeah, good to see, because fuck, they have to bring every men's division, if you don't know, has something different that they have to bring. Hey, like bodybuilding's a little different again, and then men's physique is a little bit different too. So classic physique, you're right, it's all about the classic, the finesse of it. It's like it's all about the where it's all come from. Like it's about the start of the whole IFBB. It's like kind of giving you all of those different poses in that sense of that classic. I love it. And then, like I said, bodybuilding's a little different again. So I love that. That's good that all you guys do good on your posing. I'm so proud of you all for doing that, because it's probably the last bit the guys want to do. The chicks are all like, yeah, do it. Like, like, fuck, I'll look good. But the guys, like, they just want to get to the gym and eat their fucking chicken. They don't want to be standing there like, well, maybe they do, but it's cool to see them practicing and getting it done. That's what we want. So keep working on your posing, guys, because it shows like big time. Stage presence is all what it's all about. Next is bodybuilding. I didn't know that they did this way around and finished with men's physique, but I like it. It's cool. So we had a teenager for men's bodybuilding. That's fucking epic. I didn't even know that. Wairangi Backs. Apparently there was a teenager in there. There was also juniors from 18 to 23, not 20 to 23 for these guys, 18. So we had a classic physique guy, Harrison Wacker dude. He came back. Caleb Robinson and Brendan Hunt in the juniors. Do you remember the junior bodybuilding, the younger guys? And what did you think of that if you did catch it?
Yeah, again, Harrison, the dude has got some potential, man. Not to take anything away from other guys. Like I said before, some people just walk out and you can't help but you just honed in on them. And so what I can remember most is him.
I love it. He took it out. He was first, of course, because he just looks amazing. And so great job, Harry. Like, what a future you've got. If you're 18 to 23 and you're doing classic physique cleanup, bodybuilding cleanup, like, fuck, you have to keep going. Like, you have to do it for everybody else, because we want to see it.
On stage, you see him loving it.
He's
got the one of the best smiles I've seen on a bodybuilder, and he keeps it all the time. He's up there loving it. Like, it doesn't look too hard. It doesn't look uncomfortable. He's up there having a mean time, which is like, that's real cool to see. He's just about it.
I love that. You can tell, man. You can so tell, right? If people are having fun or not, or if they're enjoying it and they're like, yeah, I want to do that. Like, you can see it. So that's awesome, Harrison. Keep up that, like, keep it all up, because that's what we want in the sport, is like that to be coming up from the juniors. Masters men, there was 4 of them as well. We had Krishan, he won it. It wasn't unanimous. Monty Corbett came in second with 1 first place vote from Nabi. So it was a little bit of a mixture on that one, but it was still a win by Krishan. And then there was is it Alama? Sorry, I can't read it. Alama Aldanza, and then Doug Hasselden. So there was 4 in the Masters. 35 plus is the age for Masters men for bodybuilding. Do you remember that division? And what did you think about that before we move into the different weight divisions?
Yeah, what we'll just say on that class, because I don't want to. I think Krishan, is he one of Kurt's clients?
I think so. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it rings a bell. Yeah.
He had great condition. Like, yeah, he looked really, really good. So yeah, that's I'll leave the discussion on that class there.
Okay, cool. But good on you guys. It's awesome to see. Hey, it's just cool that every class has had like multiple people in it, which is good. There's only been one or two there. There's only been one person, so that's good. The more, the better. That's what we want. That's what we want. Let's get into the weight classes. Okay, so welterweight. Over 70, under 75, just for people who don't know. We had Sam Wall again, and then we had Sager again. He was getting back up for a second time. Sam took that one out again. Sam's doing a bit of a cleanup up here at the moment. And then we'll go through a couple of them and we'll wrap them up after that. Light heavyweight, over 80, under 90. We had 3 in there, Brendan Hunt, Craig Oliveira, and then we had Monty Corbett. Monty Corbett won. Then we had heavyweight, which is 90 to 102, and it was Doug Hasselden and Danny Scott. Danny Scott took that one. And then we had super heavyweight, which is over 102, and that was Aaron, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm not butchering anyone's name, sorry, but we had Aaron and Cameron Gardner, and Cameron took that one out. And this was novice bodybuilding, by the way, sorry. Do you remember novice bodybuilding? Did you enjoy those? Was it like, there was only a couple of people in each class, but was it good to watch?
Yeah. So yeah, some of the classes, so like the super heavyweights, Aaron and Cameron, they were awesome to watch. Cameron's a freak.
Yeah.
Holy. Yeah, man. Aaron Border man, he's been around for a while. He's a big dude. Has all the bits. Cameron just was leaner, tighter, more conditioned, and just as a monster. So was always going to be hard to beat no matter who was up there against him. The other classes, the winners of each of those classes, they all stood out. They look really good. And the rest of the people in those classes, they just got to keep working.
Yeah, it's hard. It's bodybuilding.
Yeah, get the condition right.
Yeah, like these guys are going to get, like, if you look at the super heavyweight for everyone, just that isn't over 100 kilos, like you got to get over 102 and keep that size, like it's not an easy. Bodybuilding always blows me away. I don't know how, like I'm really inspired and it's just so admirable for bodybuilding, that division, because it's just so crazy. It's just a lot of mass, so good on you all, guys. Like, you fucking all killed it. There was a whole lot in there open bodybuilding, which was exciting. So we had a lightweight, we had Bishoy Bichet. That's a cool name, by the way. It's a real athlete name. So he took it out because he was the only one in the lightweight, so good on him. And then we had Krishan again for middleweight, and Alamar Ordanza, and Krishan took that one out. Heavyweight was Dean Lawrence, Van Hiko, and Devin Whiteman. I think that one might have been, I think I vaguely remember that one. That was quite good. Dean won that one. And that was his first time to the stage for the day, so cleaned it up. And then super heavyweight, of course, we had Jordan Earl back, because he loves his bodybuilding division too. And Jesse Thompson and Jordan Earl won that one as well. So that was pretty hectic too. Open bodybuilding, Frank, what do you reckon about that? This is your division. Like, tell us anything. What do you reckon? And then we'll move into the overall.
It was good. It was good. Yeah. So, man, to see, so the winner of each class representing their class well. I was going to make the point before a novice, but it's hard to keep, the heavier weight and bring the condition. And so, like, just a quick little point that I would make to people is like, if you're not, bodybuilding's not about being the heaviest. And so I would say it is better to work for the condition, be a little bit lighter, like let the ego go and just drop into the lower weight class, and you will stand out better. And so to bring that back into, like, overall, just to be the example where you've got, Dean and say Jordan in 2 different height classes, both look good. And I'm only just saying this for the point of, like, very rarely does the heavier person win. It has to be a complete package. So your super heavyweight is only going to win if the package is more complete than everyone else. But like in open, you had Jordan look freaking good. Dean looked freaking good. And I think I'm excited for nationals because I would expect that some of the novice guys that looked good will step into that open lineup as well and spice it up even more. I know they're good mates, and so they won't mind me talking about it, I'm sure, because they both look epic. But Jordan and Cameron, man, I want to see that go down in the same class.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we got to see them in the overall,
Yeah.
and they, they're best mates. They've been mates for ages, and so they had their pose down next to each other and stuff like that. And one, it was cool to see because you see their camaraderie.
Yeah.
But just the physiques on the lads, yeah, big
Crazy.
guys looking like that is hard.
Yeah, so it's fun to watch, man. It's a good time. This is why Nationals is going to be sick because they're going, everyone's battling it. Everyone wants that fucking first place too. So, that was a good competition, good lineup. Cameron, like as you were saying, Cameron and Jordan, Cameron got the novice super heavyweight, Jordan got the open super heavyweight. So that's obviously where that becomes like a really fucking good battle. And like you said, it's camaraderie, it's friendship. It's like this is the sport. Like you can choose to hate everyone next to you if you want to and be sour, or you can just choose to embrace that shit and do what you can. And that's what they did. So Jordan came second, Dean got first.
Yeah.
Dean Lawrence got first. What do you think about? Have you seen Dean before? I haven't seen much of him. He obviously looks great.
Yep. So I know him from a while ago.
Yeah.
When I was sort of just getting into bodybuilding and stuff, him and his brother and that they were sort of already into it. And so I've always known who he was. I don't know him like exceptionally well or anything, but have always thought him to be pretty, good. And he's spent a lot of time off season putting in a lot of work, and then the dude, he's gonna be a handful for everybody, just insane.
Yeah.
And I think that like among ourselves, like we can all be pretty realistic, and if we were to judge ourselves and against him, he is probably the person to beat this year.
Oh, good to know.
He is, the
Exactly.
dude, he deserves it.
I love it. Has he competed for years? Is that something that this is something he's been doing for a wee while? Just because I don't know much about his backstory, and maybe some others don't as well. Has he been doing this for a wee while?
Yeah, they come from a different federation. So him and his brother, and he's actually partner to Jess, who won Figure Pro a couple years ago.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then is actually Jess's sister who won the figure at Waikato's as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so they're a cool little unit, and they have been around for a little while. And they are an excellent example of just testament to time doing this. Yeah. So for everybody that wants to freaking turn pro in a year or two,
can be fun, but don't expect it. It's possible, but don't make that your one goal. You might be leaving.
Just a big kudos to Dean for far out like waiting and bringing together a package that is right.
That's good, man.
Looks so good.
So proud of that. And that's like with the girls, like I say, Rochelle, like the girls, people that just come back, like the athletes that just want it and they want to do what they need to do to get there, and they do it. Dean was in the heavyweight. He wasn't a super heavyweight. So another thing, like Frank mentioned, that you don't need to be super heavyweight to win. Like sometimes you can be in a different class. You could probably win in a lightweight, welterweight, it doesn't matter. But he was a heavyweight and he cleaned that one up. So bodybuilding overall bodybuilding, all of our overall winners so far, that's going to be pretty hectic to see at Nationals as well. Because I remember Dom Finotti, Anthony at TOC. Was it Anthony at TOC? There's been a whole bunch of fucking weapons for bodybuilding, including yourself, Frank. So it's going to be crazy to see you guys at Nationals. It's going to be epic. So don't miss it, guys.
Each class is going to be freaking hot, man.
Yeah. Stay for it all. Whatever order men and women are in, watch it all at Nationals, because I promise you guys, show.
Every class is gonna be freaking. The overall is gonna be crazy. Yeah.
Excited. It'll be good. Are you excited to see all the guys and get up there with them and go to work? He has to say yes now. He's on the spot.
Man, what I've been reflecting on is that, you know, for a long time, I felt like bodybuilding in that class itself was sort of losing a bit of luster. And I, you know, I wasn't ever intending to compete again. I spent the last 3 years off not training to be a bodybuilder anymore. And I just loved coaching, and I love the sport, and I fell in love with that side of it. And I just started to get a little bit disheartened by, you know, what I loved so much. What got me into this just wasn't there. And I love the federation as well. And so I felt like I can't just sit in my seat and you know, say this stuff and not do my part to get up there and help try and, you know, bring that standard up as well. And I know that there's other people that are competing this year that they felt the same. And so I know for me and for some of the others, it is really like we feel proud to be a part of like what we feel like is going to be a year that brought bodybuilding back to life, right? And so you're not just going to have one person that looks the best. You're going to have a whole lot of people that like there's going to be some meat on that stage, and bodybuilding is going to be exciting to watch again this year. Yeah. And so from that perspective, I'm proud to be a part of it. And man, whoever wins this one, and I personally, I wouldn't pick myself. And I've said in other podcasts as well, there's people that should be able to pump me. And that's what I wanted to see, though. I wanted to see these people come out. I wanted to see the people that had the potential, I'll say, over me to actually put their foot in the door and work hard and bring this. And so, yeah, that's sort of my position in it. I'm super proud to be a part of it. And what it has done is it has stirred up my hunger to keep going with it. And so, you know, this got me out of retirement, so to speak, and I won't stop now.
Yes.
Yeah, because I have fell back in love with that side of it. I love the journey way more than I love the stage. I love to see my people on stage. I love to see other people winning. Like I've had a lot of time doing that already. I've spent a lot of time on stage before, so but it is cool to get back up. And I'm just sort of like at this other end of it where I'm like, you know, I enjoy the stage more when I feel like I've done heaps better than what I did last time. So this one's a little bit different. I've made a bit of progress from the start of the year, but I'm also proud to be a part of what is going to be like I say, almost like a rebirth of this class.
They brought it. You said let's bring it, and I said that I eat my words, but I was like, let's bring bikini, let's bring the fucking heat, let's do it. Not that it never gets before. Not that it's not good. Clearly, it's always good, but it's just like I wanted it to be like, let's fucking put Aussie to the test, you know, like for our ratio of population, let's fucking push it. And we got what we asked for, Frank.
We got what we asked for, yeah.
Damn it. Fucking people listened. Like, no, it's good.
It's because we love it. It's because we want to see this keep growing. We understand the reward is, you know, we're the intrinsic part of the reward as well. And so we love this. We love what it provides. And man, it sucks to see people with potential not tapping into it.
Exactly.
Like go and get it, because you're not just gonna, if you can win this, you're not just gonna win here. You'll win in other areas as well.
Exactly. It's all part of it. We just fucking love it. It's so good. So Nationals is going to be fine, man. Get in there, guys. All right. Are you ready for this? This is our biggest division of the day, and it's fucking huge. So there was a lot of, obviously, athletes on the day. Men's physique took up most of it. Let's be honest. It took up like a fucking third of it. So we'll go through all of that together. Let's go through it now. So there was first timers. Oops. Scroll back up to figure for some reason, but here we go. First timers was crazy. There was probably like 15 people in there. You were obviously there for men's physique. You remember the first class? Yeah. Cool. Just making sure that you weren't like having a bathroom break. There was a big class for our first timers. Good job, guys. There was, I think, probably 15 of them. First place was Depeche Singh. So I'm not 100% sure who that is, but I know a whole bunch of names through here, and there was a lot of them. So second was Jordan Cow, if I'm saying that right, And then third, I don't even know where third is. Oh, Ashish. So what did you think about the first timers? Was that quite fierce? What was it like? Because sometimes first timers means physique. They're not quite there, let's be honest. Sometimes they're just getting the stage time, sometimes they're getting the poses, and they're just not quite at the right physique sort of size, and some ways what we're seeing this year. No, taking nothing away from anyone. Everyone's fucking amazing. It's just a hard division to find that tweak, you know? So what did you think about the first timers? Was it a bit of a mix like it has been the rest of this year, or was it a pretty good caliber?
Yeah, I think, man, there's a couple of, pretty sharp looking dudes in that lineup. The caliber of the lineup in general was, I think it was reflective of first timers, and they're, again, a hard one from a judging perspective. There are people that, like it's your first time. Not everyone can win. You've got a long way to go. Don't be disheartened. Keep going. Like you've got the first one out of the way now. That's the whole reason why the class exists. Is the starting point for people. You get to have the experience, you know, take that experience, the journey with you, and apply, you know, everything into the next one. Like, but yeah, I think it was a good spread, very reflective of a first time class.
Nice. Good work, guys. You all killed it. There's been a lot of first timers for men's physique this year. I just remember it from all the shows we've watched, Frank, and all the shows we've wrapped up, of course, pretty much all of them. There's a lot of first timers. So just real cool to see. I just love to see you guys getting it done. And don't give up first pop. Like, fuck, come back and do it again. Like, Joe last year, that it was nothing, you know? We always want to be leveling up. Junior men, there was 8. Like, this is crazy, guys. Like, men's physique was big. There was 8 for junior men. There was 3 for masters. For the juniors, Jesse Lou. I actually know that name. I know that person. And then we also have Xavier Rees took out second. And then third was Ramal. Lots of amazing names in there for juniors. Again, young people coming up, getting shit done. Do you remember the juniors and the masters at all? And was there any feedback on those from your point?
Yeah, again, just like they're good for where they're at. They look good. Keep going.
Keep going, man.
You're already doing exceptional compared to the rest of the population by applying yourself here. Like you know, you're quick to say often. Keep doing this. It's constructive. It's a positive thing to do. You've already come this far. You're seeing your potential. Keep running with it. Yeah.
Getting it done, guys. And Nigel White won the the masters men's physique. So that's really cool. So good job, all of you guys. Hope to see you all at nationals as well. All right, let's jump straight into men's physique novice. Okay, there was obviously a lot here as well. Division A, there was like 6 or 7. I'm just going to announce the winners of each class, but that doesn't mean we're not acknowledging you all. Edgar Salopin won the Division A, which is up to and including 180 centimeters. So men's physique doesn't do what bodybuilding does by weight, it does by height. Division B was not a unanimous win, but still a win by Sagar. He's obviously popped up a few times on the stage, different divisions and whatnot as well, different classes and things. So good job to him. Division C, over 73, under 178. Michael West won that one. He was one of my teammates, Marjon Evelado's client. So that was really cool. I've been watching him and he's been a weapon. I always just say these random white guys just bust out of nowhere with genetics of like a freak. And I'm like, he's one of those people, you know, like Dennis Milken, like there's a whole bunch of them. Casey Cree, like you're just like, who the, like, wow. So Michael West was really good and he was amazing. I'll get your feedback on him in a second as well. But Division D was huge. That's the tall guys. That was quite competitive by what I can see from names. I'll get your feedback on that too, Frank. But Bruce Zhang won that class, followed closely by Craig Oliveira, who's been working really hard as well for this too, which is really cool. Zach Kilby got third. You might recognize him from TOC. Came close second to Casey Cree, so you might see some of these names come back again. What did you think about the novice men's physique overall, Frank? Like those winners and whatever, was it all pretty competitive?
Yeah, well, yeah. Just to save time, all the winners of those classes were really cool to see. Yeah.
Open men's physique was even more crazy. So this is where shit got a little wild because some people don't do novice and they just do open, and that's like because they're fucking here to fuck shit up, or they've already won novice before, they can't do novice again. There's a lot of technicalities on this stuff, but there was some talent coming out here, and some of them obviously are bigger names that we might know about. There was a guy on my team who is absolutely incredible. You'll know who I'm talking about, Frank. We'll go through that together. He's in Division A, which is under or up to and including 168. That was Akira Asano. He is insane. So he's up there with like Ben from Plastic Physique, similar thing for men's physique. Just really perfect for the division. We'll talk about it all as we go, but I'll just announce the winners for the classes, then we can wrap it up. So Division B, Nigel White won that one. There was 4 in that class. Division C, there was 5 in that class, and that was Narav, another one of my teammates, won that one. Marjan's been putting the boys at work. And then Division D was really competitive as well. That was a huge class. And your boy Casey Cree won that one. I'm a big fan of Casey, if you guys didn't know already. Big fan. That guy's going hard for that pro card. And yeah, it was just a really competitive lineup, especially that Division D. We also had that Zach Kilby guy back again. We had Apai Fafita. I always fuck his name up, but he's incredible. We had such a good run, right? There was some guys in this open division. What did you think, Frank, about the open classes? Because they were freaking insane.
Yeah, man. So can't remember their names, but yeah, Marjan's two guys, those 2 different classes, both looked freaking cool, man. Who was it Akira that got the...
Akira got Division A, and then it was Nigel White, Division B, and then Narav, Division C.
Yeah. Narav, man, has got massive potential as well. Just you see, just needs a bit more time to get a bit more development and just a little bit more in it, and he's another one that will be a top contender at some point, probably soon. Then yeah, Akira, we'll save and talk about him at the end. Nigel, uncle, he keeps his foot down all the time. And yeah, and he's masters, and so yeah, a cool reflection of like, man, you're not out of time. And yeah, then in Casey's class, there was, holy, that was his, other than the overall, that's been his hardest competition for a long time. And the man got put to work. But it's good, it's good for him. And the other people in his class, I think
Apai Fafita, he's incredible.
So I think, is he one of Jordan's clients?
I think he is one of Jordan's clients. Yeah, I've seen him before.
Same thing, like he's just a little bit more time in it. Crazy structure, awesome look, man.
Posing,
you think you're coming to an end of maybe there'll be a break between talent coming through, and then you see and you're like, yeah, no, this is going to be going for a long time. Massive work to all of them, and so good.
Yeah, Casey killed it, man. I know you don't like to pump your clients up too much because you feel a bit biased on it, but Casey fucking killed it. He won TOC. He's been doing really well. He looks amazing. Is he excited for nationals?
Oh, he's hungry for nationals.
He's hungry,
yeah. So we got to, with him doing this show, we got to try a couple of things, and we learned a little bit about Casey this time that we wouldn't have got to learn had we not done this show, that was super important. That was super helpful for us. And obviously, Akira got the overall and deserved it. And we're excited to, with Casey, take what we just learned from this show and get it into the next one. Like I said earlier in the pod, man, so much can change show to show, positions will shift. And physique's going to be a good battle as well.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't get a chance to actually see Akira or congratulate him, but to him and MJ, good work.
Yeah, they did a really good job, and they're really humble guys. Like Akira's just they're just lovely guys. They're just fucking really nice, which is great for athletes. You don't want these fucking big no one cares about how much ego you've got, bro, as long as you're a good athlete. No one gives a fuck. So Akira won it, but he didn't win it unanimously. Casey still had won the first place from Nabi. So it's not always like, oh, just black and white, you know, like there is really mixed placings. That's why I always tell people to get online, go check out the placings that you got. You might have got better than you thought, you know, you might have actually had a judge on your side with that. So it was, yeah, Akira Asano, man, you owned that shit. That looked amazing. You looked incredible. Let's bring it at nationals. Let's see who gets those pro cards. There's also Mo's Muscles for another option to get your pro. Like there's just so many options for this men's physique guys, classic physique guys. Casey's obviously going to be at nationals. Narav came third in the overall, so he'll be at nationals. Nigel was in there. Like honestly, it was, and Michael West. Like, do you remember what Michael West?
Yeah,
Incredible, man. That
cool
lineup.
looking dude.
Yeah,
real cool looking dude. Another one, just a little bit more time in it. His own unique look.
Yeah,
super cool.
Yeah, and just quickly before we wrap up the pod for today, because it's a long one, like we told you. What was the posing like for men's physique? Did they look good in the overalls? Were they pretty on point? Do they have work to do? What do you reckon?
Yeah, everyone that was up on it overall, that was a far out. Yeah, that was like you're going, who are they actually going to pick?
Yeah.
That was it was super cool. There was something I was going to say, but yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just with the open class, and I'm like, if you want to do multiple classes, do them. Pump the federation up, give them some money, help them along. But there is at points a significant difference between novice and open. And I'm saying this because I don't want to disregard anyone that we haven't spoken about, but if you're not ready for open, you're gonna look like you're not ready for open against the guys that are. And so just my little 2 cents on that. Yeah,
fair enough. Get your stage time in novice and see what you got to work on, right? See what you got to do. Get that feedback and fucking hunt it, because it's not like men's physique ain't easy. Like that, like none of the divisions are easy. But if you see what got up on the stage this year in men's physique, it's just like, wow, like it's mental. So it's a good year for us to be picking a pro, another pro, and then sending someone to Olympia. So it's a good year for that, because we've got some talent that's ready to go, like, and actually represent New Zealand well. So not that we don't ever, but I'm just saying that the talent is up there. It's a good year for it, you know. So good show overall, Frank.
Real good.
Stoked. The last regional that we've got for the year, like it's crazy. We've got 2 more shows. We've got nationals. Like we've got 3 more shows technically. We've got natural nationals. We've got just standard nationals, and we have Mo's Muscles the following weekend. So there's still a few more wrap-ups from us to do on those. Obviously, we'll give Frank a few days to eat some fucking food after the nationals, and then we'll do our wrap-up. We'll wrap up Mo's Muscles probably as well, because that's our Olympia invite show. Like, that's a big show, man. That's a big show, especially for the guys. Like, let's just really fucking pump that one up. And then we'll wrap up the Hawaiian Pro as well, because that's where Kate's fucking going in about 7 weeks. Holy crap.
Yeah. Kate and Amy and Mandy and talk about them all.
Leah.
How
good. How good.
So, it's gonna be a cool time. I'm excited and nervous to go over there with them.
It's gonna be fun, man. You're gonna have a good time. You used to be surrounded by women everywhere because of your team. Like, it's a normal day on the job for you, and you can just sit back and fucking eat snacks and watch.
That's it. No, it's gonna be an epic time. Kate is hungry as, I mean, like she's hungry to be hungry.
She's pretty.
She's excited for it. I know that all the girls are. It's going to be awesome time. Again, like we've briefly said it before, I think these girls are going to jump on that stage and really represent New Zealand well.
They are all of them. We back them all, man. All of you girls are looking insane. We'll do a wrap up on it. I'm going to actually pay for the live stream, so I'll be able to put some clips of that into the wrap up. And that'll be really cool. We'll be able to see what the girls look like. And we'll go from there. Exciting. I can't wait. All right. Thank you everyone for joining us today. If you want to book, like, buy tickets for the nationals and natural nationals, Mo's Muscles, whatever, register, anything of that, links in the description. And don't forget to come and watch nationals. It's going to be amazing. It's going to kill it. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a big show. And we ain't done yet, are we, Frank? We're still on prep. We're still going. Still doing this. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Frank, for joining me, and I'll see you next time.
You will.
Thanks. All right. Bye, guys.